Alright, welcome back to Final Fight 2. We're in the final area in this game that I've actually been to. We are now in Italy. And I gotta say, this level gives me very heavy God Hand vibes. There's a level almost identical looking to this in God Hand. And I think I said before, I feel like God Hand is probably the perfect, like, 3D version of a game like this. Like a side-scrolling beat-em-up. So yeah, this is a pretty cool level. I feel like this is one of the shortest levels in the game, though. This one does not go on very long. Which does not... I did not like while editing this, because I wanted to do this level in its own video, and then the final level would be its own video. But I had to do like half of the final level in this one, and then the last of it will be in the next video, which will be the last one. That weird jump thing that I keep doing, where I make him like jump backwards, I've seen a couple of speedruns of the first game, and it looks like that's actually like a technique that people use. I don't know, I guess it just makes you go faster. Couldn't really tell you. This dude needs to just walk into my fist. I haven't really talked about that enemy, because I don't think he's that annoying compared to the other enemies in this game, but you know, he does just block, like, basically everything. But yeah, this is specifically where I'm like, this is just God Hand. It starts out in a level that looks just like that. It's like on the docks, kind of like a Venetian kind of backdrop. And then you go onto a boat where you fight a bunch of enemies and a boss battle. And it is very much like this that we're seeing right now. Although, unfortunately, we don't fight a boss on here. I think that would have been interesting. See, I like fighting Hugo, but it's just annoying that these other enemies are here because they are two of my least favorites. We've got Ilayat. Oh, this guy's Andre Jr. I guess his dads have been the ones that we've been beating up this whole time. I forget which one. I think it's Final Fight 3, where all the Andres, like if you have two of them on screen at a time, they wear like red and green, so they just look like Mario in the third one. And that is pretty great. And I love these people just enjoying. I really just, even watching this, I'm getting frustrated at those guys who just jump in. Like, that is so obnoxious. It's unavoidable, and you can't do anything about that attack. There's no way you can move fast enough to avoid that. And it's not like there's a block or anything in this game. I love the one guy's just taking pictures, that lady's cheering me on. I love that kind of stuff in these games where it feels like, you know, you really are moving through like a level, like a place. And it's not just, you know, boring backdrops and, you know, it's completely not populated. I like that there's actually people there. Come on. Oh god, there's 3 of them. 3 of the most obnoxious enemies. I mean, as long as you don't let them start running, they're fine. And even if they are running, if you time it correctly, you can still, like, punch them and make them, like, stop attacking you. But that is, I'm not very good at that. So I think that's another one of the reasons why I just do not like fighting these guys. And that's another thing where I guess if there was some sort of a long-range attack, that wouldn't be annoying, but sometimes enemies just get caught off screen, and you gotta wait for them to, you know, to get back on screen. So just like any beat-em-up game, you gotta have your elevator sequence. If you don't have an elevator sequence in your beat-em-up game, you can barely be considered a beat-em-up game at all. I don't think I brought it up last time, but in Final Fight 1, yeah, there is an elevator sequence, and it's basically the lead-up to the exact same thing we're about to do now, which is a boss battle, and it's a boss battle with the exact same character. So I don't know if that was like an intentional thing that they wanted to call back to, or if they just accidentally put this character after a elevator sequence 2 games in a row without meaning to. Get out of here, Elias. At least Elias is a real name. And it's not like Eliot, like the other guy is named. So, once we get to the roof, we are faced once again with Rolento. Although, did they run out of space? Or was that an error that his name is Rolent? I have a feeling they just ran out of space. But yeah, Rolento, I would actually say he's easier in this game than he was in the first one, because he's not as spammy with his bombs. I would say he kind of works exactly like an Andore, which means he works exactly like, was it the first or second boss in the game? Obviously he's a lot more agile, he does that grab move a lot. But, you really want to get him when he goes forward with his baton. You want to move out of the way and then just punch him, I think is the best way to do it. And also, if you can catch him while he's jumping down, that's another great opportunity to attack him. At least that's what I've found. I don't know, I guess at this point I think he had been included in a Street Fighter game. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, in the first game he was created just for this, and then after a while Rolento was eventually like put into a Street Fighter game. The first time I remember seeing him was in Street Fighter 4, because I used to watch a lot of videos when that was coming out of Street Fighter 4, and he was a character that I saw in that a lot. Also, it looks like he's throwing pumpkin bombs from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie here. Although, I guess, technically you can say the Green Goblin was throwing Rolento bombs from Final Fight 2. Because this came first. Yeah, this is the only part of the fight that I think gets a little bit annoying, but even with the bombs, it's not nearly as annoying. Like, I don't feel like I get blown up as much as I did in the first game. So I don't really think Rolento's that annoying. I think he can be kind of quirky to deal with, but he's not really that bad. Again, none of the bosses in this game are very tough, at least I would say. And I guess I never said, but I am just playing this on normal difficulty. I think there's an easy mode and a hard mode, but I'm playing it on normal. Which also means that I'm technically not going to get the best ending, but like most games of this era, it's just like an extra image or something. And I've never cared about that, honestly. It's got to be like an entirely new section, like in a Sonic game. Like, oh, collect the Chaos Emeralds and you'll get an extra boss at the end of the game. Which is why Sonic 1, I never collect the Chaos Emeralds, because what is the point? It's just you get a picture of Sonic. Whoop-de-doo. Sonic 2 and 3, on the other hand, you actually get something different, so... I do the same thing for Final Fight 3, by the way. It was just a cheap way to, I think, add replayability to games like this. I would rather just play the game a whole bunch on a difficulty that is actually comfortable to play, instead of one that's going to make me, you know, want to tear my hair out, I assume. Because this game in particular, I think Final Fight 3 would probably be way easier, but Final Fight 2, with all the annoying enemies in this game, I really don't think that playing this on a higher difficulty sounds like something I would want to do. You also see this is when I start to game over a lot more. Like in between areas, you'll see my lives just go up. That's because I'm cutting out failed runs a lot more. Also, I did say in the first game I have no idea why Mike Hagar's jump attack is different sometimes. I did realize like halfway through this game what was going on, and it's the direction that you press the button in. Like if you press A and then a direction, it depends. You know, if you press like A, left or right, you get just the leg like swinging attack. But if you press up, you'll do the one where it looks like he's gonna body slam you. Hopefully I do it at some point soon so I can show the differences. Look at this, look how dumb this is. All these annoying enemies, they just suck. They won't let me do anything. Suck my eggs, dude. With your Devo hat. Also, the Illic enemies, they always look like they're dressed like old-timey milk, like, deliverers. Like, you know when you're watching, like, an old movie and there's a guy whose job it is to just deliver milk? For some reason, like, that's a job that ever needed to be, like, held by somebody. They're always dressed like that. And, I always get a kick out of that. He's just dressed like either that or, like, a baseball player. Either one of those. I don't quite understand what the outfit is supposed to be. He also kind of looks like Vito from The Sopranos when they find him in the gay club, and he's just wearing, like, the bondage gear. It's like a white version of that suit that he's wearing. Oh my god. Oh no, now that's all I'm gonna be able to see.
You know, Christopher, there's this guy, his name's Mike Hagar. I don't think he can be bought. We're gonna have to kidnap his daughter.
Oh my god, I want Final Fight 1 Remake, where Tony Soprano kidnaps Mike Hagar's daughter instead of Belger. That would be incredible.
Hey T, this guy picked up a lead pipe. He's beating our guys with it.
Incredible. I need to see that more than anything. Yeah, I guess these sections technically, like, add to the gameplay. It's not that exciting. Like, they don't do anything with the, like, the added verticality or whatever you want to call it. I don't really know what else they could have done, so it at least visually sets it apart from other sections in the game. Dude, this guy's gotta get just fucked now. He was off-screen for, like, half of the time there. And just like the first game, I don't quite understand the time mechanic. Because it's been stuck on... Let's see how long it takes for it to get off of 77 now that I've paid attention to it. All this time, since I said that, right, there you go. It's on 76 now. That is ridiculous. That's so much time just for 1 second. I don't understand the point of having a timer that moves so slowly like that. And I've played these games a couple times now. I've played the first one a bajillion times, but 2 and 3 I've played a couple times now, and I've never gotten, like, a time over. What's even the point? And I feel like games like this don't need time limits, especially, like, the first one, okay, it's an arcade game. They put everything that they could possibly put in the game to take your money. So, timer. Fine, that makes sense. But on the SNES? You know, there's no way to put quarters into a Super Nintendo. There's no slot on... Well, I mean, I think we're gonna get that soon with game consoles. With the next Microsoft console, it's probably gonna have, like, a credit card slot on it. Where the government just gets to spy on you through your Xbox, and someone can steal your identity through the credit card machine in it. It's gonna be fun times. You know, back in, like, the early 2000s, if you were to be like, in public and just yelling about how the government is spying on you through your Nintendo GameCube, you'd probably be seen as, like, a crazy person. But now, if you were like, listen, dude, the government's spying on me through my Xbox Connect. You'd probably be right. Yeah, these guys kind of give off Mario Brothers vibes here. They're in the wrong colors, but it's the thought that counts. I do think it is, though, in the third game where they're red and green. But, you know, it looks like one of these guys is just gonna turn and go, "Hello, Mario." That video I've been seeing, like, circle around a lot lately, and it is very funny. But I feel like everyone always just concentrates on the "Hello, Mario," when everyone should be concentrating more on the fact that Mario pronouncing information as informazione is way funnier than anything else in that entire video.
Now my brother Luigi's gonna give you a whole heap and lot of spaghetti para informazione.
Or whatever the line is, but informazione will never not just destroy me. These guys suck. This is a part just like this in the first game too, where all the annoying knife enemies fight you at the same time. So, regrettably, that has returned. But we are coming up on the end here. We're going to transition inside the building. And I will see you in the building for the final part. See you then.